What's up, brothers? Spoiler alert, we are going to be talking about Moon Knight. This character is grossly disgusting. Now, before we get into some gameplay, I just wanted to go over a few things that you must know. You need to know. Now, the reason that this character is so strong is, for an example, it only takes 2 shots to get 2 kills on a squishy. For an example, 1, 2, and they're both dead. If you get headshot damage. That is just an example of the absurd damage that comes from this character.
You need their power.
And it gets even worse when you throw out your E.
The power of the moon.
Like, I'm throwing out my E, and this guy right here is taking damage. He's half HP. It's nasty. And you're doing so much damage to literally everybody that you're going to have ult like 7 times per match. The ult is horrible by itself, but there is a way to make it a little bit more efficient. I will show you. This is how I have been using Moon Knight's ult. So, 2 things that you want to have. You want to have your ult, and you want to have an Ankh that you can throw on the ground.
On your toes. Here they come.
So if they're in a group, usually you want to flank behind the enemy so they don't see you, because you kind of want to line this up and kind of like predict their movement. But you line the ult up, and I'm going to use ult, and I'm going to instantly throw an Ankh in the middle so it kind of CCs them so they get hit with the ult at least once, and then I'm going to shoot the Ankh as well. And if they are in this radius, they are going to get obliterated. Because as you can see, the ult is the exact same radius as your Ankh. Pretty much. So, throw the ult, throw the Ankh instantly. So, ult, Ankh. And that is pretty much the only mechanic that you need to know with Moon Knight. That and just Ankh placement. Usually you don't want to throw the Ankh on the ground unless you're ulting. Best placement for Ankhs are behind the enemies on walls, above them like this. You can see it bounces up, and it is so hard for them to see this. You just have to know, you just have to have map knowledge and know, where good Ankh placements are. But we're going to get into some gameplay so I can show y'all just how disgustingly easy it is to climb rank playing damage as Moon Knight. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, starting off, I think it's pretty cool how they implemented like these little cutscenes right before the game starts. Like they're pretty well done, let's be real here. But this is the first game of the day. I mean, this is the quickest video that I've ever been able to record, because usually it's trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. But Moon Knight is just too consistent. It's too OP. But we have the Cloak and Dagger buff, and I'm a noob, okay? I am noobed out. So I don't even use this ability once. But let's fast forward to some action because this shit is boring. Alright, things to talk about on Moon Knight. The way I like to play him, I like to flank with him and usually always have high ground. Because he has 2 abilities. He has his double jump and his grapple hook that gets high ground so easily. Jeff right here, throw the Ankh and just spam the Ankh. If you don't have Ankh and you're not with your team, back up until you get it again. Because then you don't have kill pressure. You always have kill pressure when you have your Ankh. So high ground, so I can throw a safe Ankh. And we're just, I mean, Jesus! Jesus! They just die. Like, this is what I'm saying. The time to kill with Moon Knight is so disgusting. And as you're going to see in this gameplay, my aim is ass. So, I mean, that's why I play Moon Knight, because I can aim at something that is standing still on the wall or the ground or something. But here, I'm using my abilities to go ahead and take off angles. It's okay to do this, and it's okay to stand behind your team and just spam choke points. Because what I've been seeing in low elo, like definitely bronze and silver, all they want to do is just stack one behind the other. Just like little sardines in a cabinet, okay? And Moon Knight is going to excel in those situations. As you can see, I almost already have my ult. I mean, I mean, what can Jeff do? You throw the Ankh on Jeff's head, and he's just getting hit underwater. What can he do? Can't do anything at all. But this is what I was saying earlier about map knowledge of how to take these angles, how to take these high grounds, how to flank. I mean, that's just something that you're going to learn the more you play these maps, because, I mean, when a new game comes out, no one's going to know the map. Now here, I know that they're going to walk up because Venom just ulted, and they think that they're doing something, but Venom's ult is so useless. So I predict them walking up, and I don't do the combo with the ult. I usually throw the ult and then throw an Ankh onto the ground, but I know somebody's going to walk up because they think it's Christmas, okay? And then here, this is the other way to play Moon Knight. All the way behind your team and just spamming stuff. We die here, but we're about to get rezzed. Because we have Adam Warlock, and Adam Warlock is pretty busted. Yep, here we are. And then we're just going to get back to just throwing stuff. Aim in their general direction, and you're going to do damage, I promise you. Also, if the enemy team is playing Namor, Moon Knight counters Namor so hard because he's throwing his little squid boys on the ground. And what's going to happen when you shoot the squid boys? Your blades are going to ricochet off of them and then hit the enemy team. It is such a hard counter to Namor. I don't know why he's playing Namor into a Moon Knight, but it is what it is. This part right here is completely ridiculous. Look at this Jeff. He's completely given up. Dude just stands still and just looks at me. I'm just beating a dog piss. I'm just beating a dog piss at him with the batons, and he just rolls away because, he is Jeff. But got him. We got him. Now look, I'm taking this off angle, and I'm looking for supports. Because if you throw the Ankh, right-click, and then start spamming the Ankh, the time to kill on Moon Knight is it's not even a second. And for someone to react to something for less than a second is, I mean, they're superhuman, honestly. Looks like we're trying to use ult here. I don't really remember this part. Pretty sure I whiff ult. Yeah, that was horrendous ult. That was if you saw there, I messed the combo up. I onked and then I ulted. If you onk and then you ult, the enemy team will have time to get out of your ult. You want to ult first because it takes a second for the first fist from your ult to land on the ground. So you want that CC from your onk, because when you throw the onk onto an enemy, it's going to knock them into the air and pull them to the center. So you need that little bit of CC for your ult to do like the least bit of anything. But yeah, here we're still just taking angles. Taking angles, we are being a ninja, an assassin. And then as soon as somebody gets on you, run. Double jump, glide, grapple hook, glide out. Get out of there. Because Moon Knight he's good close range, but only if you have your Ankh. But not with a tank. If a tank is on you and you have your Ankh, it's not even worth throwing that on the ground. Just get out of there. And then, yeah, I think we get blasted here. But, Groot dies for it. Groot's ult is pretty strong, let's be real here. But it is nice that you can still attack while you are in Groot ult. It only roots you to the ground. It doesn't really stun you or anything, so there's that form of balance to it. So I much like that mechanic. But as we do our walk of shame back from spawn, and listen, if you die to an ult, do not feel bad. Like, an ult in these types of games is supposed to kill you. Like, the only thing that is going to save you from an ult is like another ult. So alright, and we did the combo right there. If you saw that, we ulted and then onked, and then Jeff is just completely cooked. What I've noticed with using that strategy, if you do that on Jeff, it cooks him so hard. And we just, like, look how much damage, like, it's absurd. It is so brain dead and mindless, this character. And here we go, just whiffing some auto attacks and waiting for us to get on. Look at this angle. This is what Moon Knight excels at, is taking these angles. Because he's a very quiet character. Like, with these with the blades that he's throwing out, they're pretty quiet. So it's hard for the enemy to hear it Unlike, you know, like Iron Man spamming his plasma blasters in the air, like, and they know where it's coming from like 500 meters away. Like, that angle that we took right there is disgusting. If you can get behind the enemy team and onk on their supports, it's almost a guaranteed kill every single time unless they're playing like Loki or something cringe, okay? But that is round one. We're going absolutely belligerent. Let's get into defense. Now, in my most humble opinion, I think defense is where Moon Knight excels at the most. Because you can go ahead and set up, you know pretty much where the enemy team is going to come from, okay? So what you can do is preemptively set up onks where you think they're going to come from and set up an ambush for them. But I usually don't do this because it doesn't go my way, because, like I said, I'm not good at the game. Like, I'm nothing crazy here. We're literally just spamming our onk. So Groot completely runs it down right there. And the fight is pretty much over after that because Venom, he cannot face tank our team. We have Hawkeye, Moon Knight, and like some other DPS. I mean, bro. Killed both of their supports. Supports are not even close to being on my screen. Like, we just throw the onk, right click, and then just start spamming with the left click, and it's going to be bouncing between enemies that are grouped. This Black Panther is smoking something. I'm not sure. He's trying to do tricks on it for sure. And then this is where Moon Knight is very satisfying. I mean, oh my. I'm going to run that back so we can just listen to the hit markers. Like, let's be real here. Moon Knight might be the most satisfying character to play. Comment down below who you think is the most satisfying character to play, because I don't know who could be more satisfying than Moon Knight, but I'm very interested in what y'all have to think. But I think I'm going to be done with my little yapping spree. Main things that you need to know is just taking these angles or sitting all the way behind your team and just spamming the choke point. Either of those playstyles is going to work wonders. And please avert your eyes from what I'm about to do because I remember this stupid play that I mean, just... Please, goodness. Just please spare me in the comments. Please. But that's enough yapping for me. I'll come back momentarily.
On your toes. Here they come.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Their gods look so much cooler than mine. Register strength.
Stop that vehicle.
Time to drain. Great. Now my fists are all slimy.
Wow, 4 in a row.
We are in this together.
Type shit.
Feel the cosmic energy coursing through these halls.
He snapped them in their tracks.
Unparalleled.
Register strength. Wings are gone.
You stop them in their tracks.
Another one for the good guys.
Tandy needs help.
Surrender your strength.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that Black Panther completely pissed on me. Hey, shout out to this guy. Dude does the wall run and just full combos me, dude. That was dirty. I'll give it to him.
Just embrace the light.
Surrender your strength. Tremble before Bast!
You're too left. Eyes on this spot.
Down to 30 seconds.
Just a little longer.
You stop them in their tracks.
Wait, that tree was real?
The final 10 seconds.
Rise, my friends. Here's how you shoot.
You got them all. Final score. 3.
But yeah, that is going to be GG's first game of the day. We're 50-4, almost 21k damage. I mean, just get used to these numbers. And also, if you do the playstyle where you just spam choke points, you're going to get way more damage. Probably less elims, but you are going to get more damage. So, play the playstyle that you like to do. Because there is no incorrect playstyle to do here. You can flank and try to get picks, or you can just go for consistent damage on the tanks and then bouncing to everybody else and just spamming your ult. Doesn't really matter. But that's it for me today, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace!